It truly is an honor to be principal at Harbour High School and to have had the past 4 years to get to know this year's graduating class. The majority of your high school years have, in many ways, been overshadowed by the COVID pandemic. In your graduating year, a public sector strike found us again learning and working from home. The routines and the social interaction which are so necessary and beneficial were taken away, and many of you struggled to overcome those obstacles. But you found yourself on the other end of your public school years as a graduate of the class of 2022. Over the course of the past few years, our staff has been able to witness your resiliency and your determination. And I want to acknowledge and compliment you and how you handle such a difficult end to your public school years. Along with our graduates who are leaving us this year, we have 3 teachers heading into retirement, after each having been with us at Harborview for over 20 years. Ms. Hodgin, Mr. Waters, and Mr. O'Connell have been fixtures here. We'll miss their collegiality and their commitment to our students. Each of them has had a lasting impact on their colleagues and those that they've taught. We wish them many happy and healthy years of retirement. The reason for our celebration, though, is for the nearly 200 students graduating from Harborview High School this year, and for their families and supporters to be able to see the culmination of the past 13 years of hard work. This year's graduating class has been awarded hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships and awards. Among many of the pathways that our students will be taking, we have graduates pursuing post-secondary and several trades including welding, culinary arts, and mechanical engineering. Students attending colleges to study early childhood education, LPN programs, and video game production. We have graduates heading directly to the workforce and others who are pursuing university programs in virtually every field imaginable, including business administration, engineering, nursing, arts, sciences, and many more. It is impressive to see the variety of skills and ambitions that our graduates have. The diversity of interests is one of the attributes I appreciate the most about our school. At Harborview, we strive to continually expand the programs that we offer our students so that everyone has the opportunity to explore their interests and discover their gifts. And we as a staff have the opportunity to experience and learn from the breadth of skills and talents that our students possess. I once heard an author suggest that instead of the traditional advice to follow your passion, we should be encouraging people to follow their talents, to find what you're good at, find where you experience success, and to follow that path. Our hope is that we have allowed you to discover your talents and that you'll develop and use them for what lies ahead. We hope that we've helped you to invent yourself while you've been here at Harborview, and we look forward to seeing the great things that you will do in the years to come. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
Bonsoir, chers parents, amis, invités, membres du personnel et bien sûr nos finissants et finissantes de 2022. C'est avec le plus grand plaisir que je vous souhaite à toutes et à tous la bienvenue en ce soir de célébration avec vos familles et amis virtuellement à notre belle école de Harborview. Votre présence est grandement appréciée. Ce soir, avec vos diplômes en main, durant cette belle cérémonie de remise de diplômes académiques, j'espère que vous me rejoindrez à célébrer et de reconnaître vos réussites et ceux de vos camarades de classe. Alors, mesdames et messieurs, sans plus attendre, je vous dis merci et je vous souhaite la bienvenue.
Hello, graduates, family members, friends, and other Viking community members. My name is Jennifer Brown, and I am a teacher here at Harborview High School. I have the pleasure of being part of this year's graduation celebration. Let me first express my warmest congratulations to all of the graduates who have successfully gone through a phase of study that lays the foundation for lifelong learning. I have had the opportunity to teach or work in some capacity with many of you. Although I may have taught you some math along the way, know that you too have taught me many lessons I will never forget. I am sure I speak for the Harborview staff when I say that while we are in a position of guidance and instruction, students enhance our lives in ways they may never know. While school is undoubtedly known to provide support for students to grow and flourish, without a support system of family, friends, and other people in our lives, many things become much more difficult to achieve. I would like the class of 2022 to take a moment and thank their family, friends, and supporters, near and far, for their unwavering support over the course of their educational journey thus far. Look at you now, vibrant young adults, ready to take on the world. Although grade 9 may seem like forever ago, these past 4 years, or a little longer for some, I'm sure have flown by in a flash. You have been through a lot. The challenging first year of high school when you had no idea what was in store for you. In grade 10, you persevered and survived the lockdown of 2020, overcoming the many obstacles the pandemic threw your way, most of which were well beyond academic. In grade 11, you navigated your way through A to L and M to Z days, Teams calls, and online assignments. Now, as the 2022 graduating class of Harborview High School, you have risen to the occasion, surviving more lockdowns than any other graduating class of Harborview High School, and even a strike. And you are ready for whatever twists and turns life may bring. I imagine many of you have those same uncertain feelings now as you did when you first became a Viking in grade 9. Some of you may be off to post-secondary studies on your own for the first time. Some of you might be headed to the workforce, and some of you might be thinking, now what? Take a deep breath and remember this place. Remember the community you will forever be a part of. Remember that no matter how near or far your adventures in life may take you, you will always belong here at Harborview, and you will forever be a part of the Viking family. Each of you has your own story. Each of you belong here and will carry our Viking family values with you for the rest of your days. You are resilient, you are strong, you are bold, you are Vikings, and you invented yourself here. The salutatory is delivered by the student with the second highest academic average. I have had the opportunity to teach the student in math and see firsthand how they pursued an independent study in AP Music Theory. It has been inspiring to watch her grow and excel both in and out of the classroom here at Harborview. Olivia Kingston is a bright and methodical student who puts 100% effort into anything she tries. In math, Olivia was a thinker and would always ask questions after a lot of thought. I could see her at her desk, pondering the possibilities, wanting to come to her own conclusions when working on a challenging problem. I watched her confidence grow throughout her time in my classroom and within the halls of Harborview, truly inventing herself here. She has done it all. A salutatorian is a strong academic, but that's not all. She's a swimmer on the swim team, a runner on the cross-country team, setting many personal bests during her time with us. She's a musician. She's an actor. She does it all. She also has quite an edge. Mrs. Titus said that Olivia came alive in biology class during the Dragon Olympics as a fierce competitor. I reached out to other colleagues to gain more insight into Olivia's journey here at Harborview. The common themes of kindness, growth, resourcefulness, and confidence all emerged. Madame Roy-Searle said that Olivia is one of the most thoughtful students she has ever met. She recalled having received thank you cards from Olivia just because she wanted to show appreciation for her learning and time here at Harborview. Madame Roy-Searle went on to say that it was wonderful to watch her start in grade 9 as a quiet and shy student, becoming the incredible strong person she is today. Mrs. Robinson said that Olivia is a thrift queen, always coming to school in her latest thrift store finds. Madame Roy-Searle echoed this, adding that when she would compliment Olivia on her outfits, Olivia would often reply with, "Thanks, it was my grandmother's." Madame Roy-Searle loved this about her because it showed her confidence and resourcefulness. Olivia is also a very kind soul, exemplifying what it is to be a true Viking. Miss McDevitt recalls when she and another student took home some plants from her classroom for the summer and kept them alive. She still refers to Olivia as one of her plant moms. Olivia plans to study environmental science this fall at Mount Allison University, and I have no doubt that she will thrive and tackle any challenges that come her way with patience, thoughtfulness, and confidence. I think I speak on behalf of the Viking community, Olivia, when I say we are thankful to have had the opportunity to teach you, to mentor you, and to see you grow into the wonderful young person you are today. Friends and family, please welcome this year's salutatorian, Olivia Kingston.
Welcome, distinguished guests. Mr. Butler, Harborview staff, fellow graduates, and families. My name is Olivia Kingston, and I am excited to welcome you to the 2022 Harborview graduation. This year has been the most normal year since grade 9. We have all strived to stay motivated during these difficult times, but we had many helping hands along the way. On behalf of the graduating class, I would like to give a huge thank you to our parents, guardians, siblings, and grandparents for cheering us on despite any challenges we've had this year and the past 4 years. You kept our morale up through online, in-person, or half-and-half school. You drove us to and from our school events. You supported us in any sport or activity, whether we wanted to learn the trombone or shoot a basketball. On that note, I would like to give a special thanks to Miss Sanderson for fighting to keep our wonderful band program alive, whether it was in the band room or by the dumpsters. To Mr. Palmer and all the wonderful coaches for keeping up our athletic community even when some of us had to sit out. As well, I would like to thank our teachers, EAs, custodians, and all the Harborview staff for working diligently and endlessly these past 4 years to make our high school careers as incredible as possible. We truly could not have made it this far without every one of you. Tonight, the class of 2022 celebrates many accomplishments together. From the football field, the band room, the shop, and more, we all have something to be proud of. Let's take this night to be grateful for these amazing opportunities we have been given at Harborview, and thank each person who has supported us through the years. Even though we are not graduating under the hot stage lights, let's sit back, relax, and celebrate each other.
The next part of this video was a long time coming. It is now time for the presentation of graduates and awards. Hats off to you, class of 2022.
Shine. its gloss. Words alone are vain and vacant, and my heart is mute. In response to waking silence, memory summons half-heard voices, and my soul finds primal eloquence
The valedictorian is the student with the highest academic average. Celia Chisholm is brilliant, witty, sporty, kind, and one of the hardest working students I have ever met at Harborview. She may not realize the impact she has had on those around her, students and teachers alike. Celia, we thank you for that. She reminds me to laugh and to have a positive attitude. It's been a little while since I taught Celia, but I recently was in her forensic science classroom, and I watched her make others laugh and feel included, all while helping them engage in the academic task. It was a great reminder that laughter and kindness really go a long way. Ms. Sanderson echoed this by saying that since the moment Celia set foot in the building, she has always had this incredible ability to confidently express her individuality while also being a hardworking member of the group as a whole. Many teachers expressed the same, how she can balance a serious work ethic with a wonderful sense of fun. Celia has a natural ability to offer encouraging words, crack a joke, or share her knowledge or experience. She does not hesitate when she recognizes she can help. Miss Oram said her positive attitude towards her studies and her peers was a bright light in the classroom. Mrs. Butler talks about how she embodies the Viking family values through her originality, kindness, and respectful attitude towards peers and staff. She is one student that always reminds us all that being yourself and doing the right thing pays off in the end. This same sentiment resonated with Miss McDevitt, who wants you to know that you too are one heck of a plant mom. Mr. Hamilton talked about how quick-witted she is and how she was always making others laugh. He shared a story about Celia's adoration for the actor Chris Pine and how she once decorated the classroom holiday tree with countless pictures of Chris Pine just so she could turn it into a pine tree. She has also placed a picture of Chris Pine on Mr. Hamilton's classroom ceiling, which, by the way, is still there, which again leaves a lasting impression on us here at Harborview High School. Mr. Van Snick also appreciates Celia's wit. He said she was able to keep a good balance between homeroom fun, but also still used homeroom to review notes and do practice problems. She enjoyed drinking her tea in the morning and always loved a good chemistry joke. He will always remember her as a student that handed every assignment in on time, but took 6 months and a 9 a.m. slice of ice cream cake to write a note on a grad picture to give to her homeroom teacher. Celia has what it takes to excel in anything she desires to do in life. I saw this firsthand the last 2 years as the school's advanced placement coordinator. Celia worked tirelessly to prepare all of her AP endeavors, and it was inspiring to watch. She has never shied away from the rigor of her demanding courses. All while she maintained high academic averages, she also immersed herself in just about anything you can think of here at Harborview. Cheerleading, volleyball, pep band, scenes, musical, choir, the list goes on. As many have said, you have made a lasting impression on us here at Harborview. You are one of a kind. We wish you the best of luck with your studies in science this fall at the University of PEI. Friends and family, please welcome this year's valedictorian, Celia Chisholm.
Guests, teachers, parents, family, friends, and most importantly, to the Harborview High School class of 2022. Fellow graduates, graduation feels like it snuck up on us. While in lockdown in 2020, some of us lost the concept of time and the days sort of blurred or blended together. So this year, when the graduation itinerary email was sent, it came out a bit as a surprise. I still remember writing Harborview as my first choice on the high school application form we filled out in grade 8, and trying to convince everyone else to join me. And I'm glad we made the choice we did. It took us an interesting 4 years, but we finally made it. And now we're ready to move on to the next chapter of our lives. When we were little, we grew up envying the older kids. We wanted to dress like them, with the low-rise jeans and overly curled hair. We wanted to act like them and have all of their confidence. We wanted to be as strong as them and as fast as them. We wanted to drive cars, go on dates, stay up late with friends. We practically wanted to be them. And trust me, I wanted to be just like my 3 older siblings. The older kids were a representation of our future and everything we wanted to become. We were so excited to be them and longed for our high school days to begin. then finally they did. September 2018, we were so terrified, yet ambitious. We joined the clubs we wanted to join, the sports we wanted to play, and met the people who would become our lifelong friends. We were so ready to conquer high school, even in grade 9. But the second we were finally comfortable in the new environment and found our place, it was taken from us. No more band, no more musical, no more sports, no more exemptions, which we all greatly miss, no more guest speakers, and no more casual chats and jokes with friends between classes. Our daily interactions were limited to our initials on a Teams call icon. We woke up 5 minutes before class started to join our calls, most of us probably still in bed. We waited as our teachers begged us to turn on our cameras, to make everyone feel a little less awkward, because let's be honest, listening and talking to a screen filled with little circles containing our initials can be very isolating. However, despite this, we continued our journey and shaped a new one, just for us. It took almost 2 years, but eventually those no's became yeses. We said yes to sports again, yes to playing our instruments, yes to performing on stage, yes to laughing and fooling around with friends who sat next to us in our class, and yes to seeing everyone's friendly half faces in person as we began walking the hallways of the school again. We were finally ready to reclaim our lives as high school students and finally live our dream of the older kids we wanted to be. We had our first dance, but it was also our last dance. Our first field trip, yet our last field trip. Our first time going outside for outdoor education, but our last time camping with the class. Our tournament against other teams, but also our last tournament. Our first real group presentation, but thankfully our last. And our first time singing Sweet Caroline on stage, yet also our last time standing in the auditorium with the light shining on us. I want us to understand and genuinely appreciate how far we have come and how we have persevered through it. We were able to have a graduation, a prom, and a somewhat normal end to our senior year. We should be proud of ourselves, and I am proud of each and every one of us. Harborview is all about inventing yourself and finding a path that fits you, finding the people who make you forget everything that's going on and fill you with joy, finding the club or sports teams that make you comfortable in your own skin, finding the teachers who make you feel safe, who encourage you, and who help you finally trust yourself. I found myself here at Harborview, and I feel that we all have. Just look back at our terrified little faces in grade 9, waiting in clumps at the middle of the hallways, and stumbling around school trying to find our homeroom, and taking us almost a year to find out that the first number on the classroom doors corresponds with the floor it's on. Look at us now. Remember how in grade 9, deciding on a place to eat lunch was a life and death decision that we thought would shape our entire high school experience. However, later realizing that it didn't even really matter. Look at us now. I used to be known as Owen's little sister, Minnie Anna, or the other Chisholm, but now I'm my own person, and so are each of you. We couldn't have gotten this far without the support and laughs our friends have given us over the years to help with the stress of school, our parents for shaping us from childhood, packing our lunches when we were little, and signing it with a Post-it note wishing us a good day, and Miss Sanderson for convincing us no experience was needed to play an instrument and sticking with us throughout the band program. I want to thank Miss Butler for making me proud to call myself a nerd, my father for the random microbiology talks at the dinner table, and my mother for always greeting me with a hug after school, for dealing with my constant complaining, and for always being there to catch me when my stress was too high. We've grown so much as a group and as individuals. We came from many different middle schools, communities, and even countries, but we all ended up together as a class of 2022. And now it's time for us to go out in the world and shape our next journey. We've learned how to adapt when life throws curveballs, like forgetting your charger during online learning, and when our teacher hits the no late submissions option for Teams assignments. We've learned to never take advantage of what we're given, and how to support each other, whatever the reason. Remember when we had our single household bubbles, which eventually doubled, then turned to our A to L and M to Z bubbles? Well, now our own big Viking bubble, which will forever connect us and will always be a part of our identity. So congratulations, class of 2022. If only our tiny selves could see us now.